Louisiana Beer Reviews, Shiner Premium Beer. Recorded at Methuen Supermarket, LaPlace, Louisiana. Shiner Premium Beer is 4.4% alcohol. They've been brewing this since 1909, except for the interruption of Prohibition. It has 13 IBUs, International Bitterness Units, so it's in line with your other mass-produced lager beers, low bitterness. Beer Advocate scores it 4, gets an average score from the brews, 11 out of 100 on rate beer, 16 out of 100 for the style, and an average score on the beer and me. Back in the 90s, they started to sell this beer as Shiner Blonde. And here's a 1996, I believe, bottle of it, and they kept changing the label every couple of years. Here's the original design back in the 60s or 70s. I bought this can somewhere. I think in the 90s they tried to position it like a premium, a craft beer or a craft style beer with the Shiner Blonde. They had some labels with the blonde woman on it. But really, in its history, it was just a Texas beer like Lone Star or Pearl. And I suppose the blonde just wasn't selling too well. You know, their flagship beer these days is the Shiner Bock. That's what you see mostly everywhere. So they went back in 2013 to the Shiner Premium, kind of an older design, see if this would catch on. Well, let's check it out. Twist cap. Shiner is owned today by Gambrinus, and they produce a number of different beer lines besides Shiner, like they own Bridgeport beers. Okay. Typical American style lager, clear, bubbly, yellow golden or straw with your white head. It would be a thicker head if I had a taller glass and really poured it aggressively. The aroma is so standardized. It's just sweet, grain, probably barley malt and corn. You probably wouldn't be able to tell it apart from many other of the style. Now with our little taste, we're going to pick up sweet grains, the corn and the barley malt, a touch of bitterness, and I mean just a touch to sort of round it out. The mouthfeel is, of course, light and watery, and the finish is very dry. Not quite dry as Michelob Ultra Bud Dry, but it is very dry. It's crisp, clean, refreshing, and highly drinkable. How would I rate this beer? Well, it's got some bite to it. It does have some body. It's not just dull and lifeless. But it's very similar to Old Milwaukee, or say Pabst Blue Ribbon or Miller High Life, except without that strange Miller High Life vegetable flavor. Or I was going to say Budweiser, but not. Budweiser's in a class by its own. You know, they use the polished rice. Miller Genuine Draft, Milwaukee's Best. Okay, Coors would be a good comparison. So it compares to all of those. And so when you're shopping for beer, I guess either you're loyal to a particular brand for whatever reason, or you might be looking at price. So you want to consider that a lot of times. So I think they do a good job with it. Shiner doesn't usually make anything extraordinary, but they make nice beers, I think. And I'll give this a B+. I think it is very good, and it's a simple beer, and that's why this is going to be a simple review. There's not a whole lot to say about it. It's just a simple, good beer. Here we are, close to Memorial Day. It's a good beer for barbecuing. Fish fries, get-togethers, get-togethers and those type of things. So I think for that type of purpose, it fits the bill pretty much perfectly. So Les Le Bon Ton Roulé, this is a very good beer. And I'm going to end this review by saying y'all come on down to Mathernes in La Place and check out their huge and varied beer selection.